Good morning, slotheads.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Now you guys want to go back into studio mode? Okay.
Well, it shows me the other camera.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. You guys changing everything. How is everybody doing today? What is going on? It's a great Saturday morning. Well, it's kind of overcast Saturday morning for us here. How you guys been doing? Raul, what's
Good.
cooking?
not much. I'm good. I'm good.
You're good? Popping out those
Everything is
videos?
good. Yeah, yeah.
Hour a
Um,
day keeps the doctor away.
kind of thing. Yeah, it's fun.
Nice.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Dude. When do you are you pre-prepping these videos, or why don't you tell the people what's going on? Give us a rundown.
No, it's just whatever I do in the day. Like yesterday. You know, yesterday I worked on a slot car track, so today's video will represent that. I don't know if people watch them or don't watch them. It's nothing to do with that. It's just about of creating some discipline for myself
Mm-hmm.
and being dedicated to. One thing that I really respected about Clarence was his dedication. He has no subscribers. He just started his channel, but he was dedicated to doing it every day.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I kind of like I'm inspired by that kind of dedication. I never knew what I would like to vlog about. People make vlogs, but I
Yeah.
didn't know how to vlog. So this is really cool. It's like I do an hour a day of my hobby every day. I've been doing it for a while, so I'm like, oh, that's cool. So whatever I do for this hour, I'll just record it and then talk about it. And maybe it inspires someone just like Clarence inspired me, or maybe it doesn't. It really doesn't matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about it's more for my self health kind of thing. It's like, okay, I'm accomplishing one little thing every day.
Yeah.
And I think that's powerful in its own right. And that's my mission with this hobby time thing. So yeah, I mean, Clarence inspired me, and he asked people to pull together and push it on, and I'm taking up the mantle and trying to push it on in my own way. Now, the cool thing about me is that I have so many different hobbies. So, if I'm getting tired of painting one day, I'll just switch to something else. So, like yesterday was a slot car day, right? And
Yeah.
but I think that's the power of the segment. It's like it's whatever I want. Like today, if I want to play Marvel Champions, I play Marvel Champions for an hour. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just that 1 hour dedicated to something you love to do, and it holds. Like I said, it's a way to establish discipline. Yeah.
Oh, for
Anyway,
sure.
so
If I could
that's
do an
my
hour a day,
method.
if I can do an hour a day, I think I would, one of my favorite things to do is like sleep. I would just put the camera on me and be like, sleep, record myself for an hour a day sleeping and like motivate people to like take more naps and regenerate and, ground yourself if you can. That's awesome, dude. I think
There's
I'm,
so much to unpack there, Joe, but we're not going to do that today. Like so much to unpack there, but we're not going to go there.
no, dude, it's been seriously. I mean, we're not even 5 minutes in, it's already,
I take something that means a lot to me, and then you're like,
Yeah.
what, sleep is a lot of things. Like, you know what? Then do an hour of dreams a day, okay?
No, dude, you're talking. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's great. I could sleep for half an hour and then unpack the wild dreams I get in my naps.
Yeah,
But
let's do that, Joe.
try to get like
You do that. You do that.
we'll
I
get some like
challenge you to do it every day for. It's tough
challenge me
to.
to nap every day,
It's
dude. Challenge accepted.
it's tough to do a video a day. I'll tell you that much,
Oh,
right?
that's
Like
no,
I
yesterday,
bet.
I recorded it, but I was like, I haven't finished going through my thoughts from yesterday because I was exhausted after I finished. I didn't do it just an hour yesterday because I was pulling my whole track down and
Sure.
setting up the new tables. So it ended up being a couple of hours, and then I was playing around on the planner. And I was like, before I knew it, it was like midnight, and I was like, "Oh shit! I've been here like 4 hours," and you know, um, and I don't even have a track layout that I like yet. So it's like, oh, and that's the challenge of designing a track sometimes too, right? It's like
yeah.
it
Well,
gets,
But that's also one of the things, like, dedicate an hour, but when it turns into two or three or four, then it's like, oh yeah, maybe I needed that. Like,
Yeah.
you might needed some,
Well,
like,
I allow
whoa time.
myself. Normally during the weekday, I'm very disciplined. It's an hour. I set the timer.
Yeah,
That's it. Well, as soon as the hour
Sure.
hits, it's over. But on the weekends, like a Friday or a Saturday, those 2 days, Sunday is always a gaming day. So it's like dedicated to wargaming. And
yeah,
I do play a match every Sunday. But like Friday, Saturdays, I'm mostly like long hobby sessions, right?
sure, yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, if I'm not working or whatever or doing family stuff, then I'm tinkering in my basement anyway, right?
Yeah.
Just just don't forget that, another cool thing about you is on one of your hobbies, one of your passions is actually video editing. So I'm hoping to see at one point, a hobby time about your video editing, maybe like your workflow, products you prefer using after all these years. I mean, you keep on adding more and more tools to your toolbox as far as video editing goes, and cameras and gimbals and whatever. So it'd be nice to see that as well. Don't forget, you are a professional semi whatever video editor.
Am I? Nah.
Yeah,
Um,
you go with the
well,
videos.
I mean, like that's also another. Today. Well, if everything had gone to plan yesterday, which it didn't,
Of course,
I was
of course.
supposed to have a track ready today for shooting my cinematic for this week because the script is written, everything's ready, music is chosen, everything's ready. I just need the shots, but I have no track right now to shoot the shots today. So I was supposed to actually shoot shots today, but we're kind of behind. So I'll try and scramble and see if I can get everything done. I might just shoot it on the Skelectric track because here's the
Mm,
thing. Carrera, I have too many options. With my
mm.
Skelectric track, I have finite options. I can do only X amount, and then that's it. I don't have anything
Oh,
else. I don't even have like half straights or quarter straights or anything. So it's
yeah,
pretty
because
much
your
like,
inventory is lower on Scale Electric than it is
yeah,
with Carrera.
my
That's what you're saying.
inventory
Yeah,
is
yeah,
one box,
yeah,
whereas my Carrera, those eight, those yellow, black and yellow containers, the
yeah.
big
Yeah.
106 liter. I have 18 of them full of Carrera track,
That's I don't even know how that
right?
happens.
So, so for myself, when it comes to Carrera, it's like, I can do whatever I want. But when it comes to Skelectric, if I really want to put a track together, it's sometimes easier to just put my Skelectric track together and be like, okay, that's all I can do.
This is what
I
I
just gotta
get.
shoot
Yeah.
on it, and that's it. Like I can't do anything else. Like even if I wanted to, I can't do it. I add the jumps and I love intersections, right? Like they're the coolest part because I just love that it's not about the cars being able to hit each other. It's more about like creating that cinematic effect where two cars can cross just past each other very,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
barely. And that's cool for me. And the Selector track does that for me, right? But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. So cinematic has to be shot today because I have the script. Everything's ready, and it's got to come out next week. So I got to shoot something today.
Right on, brother.
Nice.
Right on.
Nice. I love the Batman one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was very
Thanks.
good.
Thanks.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Before we get into what's on Pete's table, do you guys want to just go to the chat, say hello?
Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
All
Do
right,
it. Do
cool,
it.
cool, cool, cool. Toju wins the first arrival award. How you doing, buddy? It's been a while. He says hello, Joseph, Pete, and no, he says hello, Pete, Roll, and Joseph. How you doing, bud? Thanks for being here. We got MB Auto Detail in the house. Always good to see you, Maurice. Doug Verbiage. Doug, we have to talk. I have to send you a message. Remind me later. Ripple, as always, is upstairs doing her. We are doing tomatoes today, actually. So she's upstairs preparing for that. We got family coming over. A little bit more.
They're always doing tomatoes.
Yeah. We're always making tomatoes.
They're always doing tomatoes.
It's so fast to see you. How you doing, Ron? Thank you for being here, buddy. Easy E's in the house. Easy E and Colt, man. Thank you guys so much for coming and joining us this early in the morning. Slightly Mad Slockars, we hope you guys are okay. One after another, I heard that Fox was in the hospital. We wish you guys the best, safe and fast recovery. We got Vince Messina's in the house. Filthy Little Slots, how you doing, buddy? Mr. Tucci. Thank you, sir. Clearwater, Greg, I got something on my desk that I want to show you later. Probably in the chat when we get around to it. stick around. Stick around. I want to show you. I want to get your thoughts on it. What we got? We got Easy saying hello. We got Mike. How you doing, Harry? Thank you so much, Harry, for being up this late. Late or early? Is it late for Harry or is it early? No, it's fine. It's
Afternoon.
for him. It's afternoon for him.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's good. He's good. Thank you for being here, Harry. Thanks for taking a Saturday afternoon off. We got Slot R. I was just thinking about Dave. I'm like, we haven't seen Dave in a while. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for being here. Scale down, and we have caught up. We have caught up, guys. Awesome. Thank you.
Rad.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. And let's get this show on the road, guys.
Well,
Let's go.
we didn't hear what's on your bench. What have you been working on?
I finally, stopped being a baby about it, and I got this car for Jen, a Ferrari 296,
Oh, yeah.
and she got the blue. I got her the pink staff slots mags that are gonna go on there. Last week I showed that I started messing around with my car, the red one, the Monza, and the 24-hour Le Mans, and I took it apart. So here we go. And now I'm messing with independent front axles. I decided to start with upgrading that. So I got to slot it. So Greg, this is what I want to talk to you about. Oh, nice. The blue one is so nice. I never thought it would be so nice, but the blue one is actually really nice. I might get that one in 124.
Still in the box. Like, I really didn't need that one, clearly.
So I got this. It's a slotted kit. I threw out the actual top part. It's an independent axle. You take the little pins. Comes with like a little. I don't even know if you can see that.
Oh my god!
And then you put it into this axle here on the top. So you super glue it there. And I got lucky. I got really, really lucky, because how this fits with the size of the staff slot wheels. And I put a little gasket on there. So I just super glued them last night. So it's just a gasket holding on to make shift the wheel. Sorry. And this spacing fits like in Italian we say giusta giusta. Like it just fits. There's not even a hair of play in the. I didn't think to measure the actual Carrera chassis to see if the front axle would actually fit. So I've got hairs just enough. But the issue is I'm wondering. I don't know if it's the axle, or I don't know if you guys have, those of you who've done scratch building or whatnot, and Raul changing out axle kits. I find that the bearings here. So the kit doesn't come with the bearings. I bought these extra from Slot Car Corner. These are Slot Car Corner's bearings. They're a little rough. I put some oil. I tried to sand down with very fine grit sandpaper the axle a bit, but you could feel the little bits on there, right? Like the roughness. So the wheel was not turning properly. The independent wheel was. I would spin it and it would spin perfectly. The other wheel was just kind of like sluggish. So I'm not sure if that's normal. Right? I don't know. So I tried different bearings and they all gave me the same. So do you guys know of anything, maybe Raul, any way I can clean like the inside of this barrel? Is there a tool that you can go in and just kind of polish the inside of these bearings? Or is that normally like a no-no? Actually,
are those self-leveling bearings or?
No, these are just regular bearings for the front end.
I mean, you can use a reamer, put it through. That's what Chris did to mine at Ernie's.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah, he used a reamer.
Okay.
And just slightly open it up, maybe, and then it will slide.
Yeah, just to get the little grit off it, because I couldn't tell.
Like little burrs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Because I mean, the axle feeling.
So, what's the advantage of it, Joe? And when you say independent, like what's the advantage of the Carrera axle, front axle?
Well, being independent versus both wheels turning at the same time.
So you're not making independent axle. You're making a solid axle.
No, it's independent. This is an independent axle. So what I'm going to do is.
Pin does.
What's that?
That's what the pin does, right? It lets that one move freely from the other one.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is this. So this guy's going to come in like here. So you're going to have this one on this side, and because it's so close, the bearing, and there is a way to put these bearings in, which is kind of funny.
Bushing,
thank you. The bushing is going to fit perfectly like that, actually into the car, and there won't be much space. So this guy turns freely, like no problem. You see that, like it spins really nice on the axle. And then this guy, I'm going to put him on here.
The axle.
Yeah, and then this one is the one. I think this is the one with the set screw. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna set screw this guy so this guy when he turns, the
The whole
axle
axle tilt.
the whole
Okay.
axle will turn as well.
Ah.
I think it's meant personally. I think it's meant that once you, I lost that pin.
Oh man.
Damn, I think it is
Hopefully
meant.
it's magnetic.
Damn it! Where did I put it? I just had it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, phew.
There's
I have
something
to learn
called
to stop
magnetic
working
trays,
here. I
bro.
have to learn to stop working like this over my desk, and I have to start learning to work like this over my desk, so things fall onto my mat. But anyways,
Or
Yeah.
just use a magnetic tray underneath.
Yeah.
yeah, but I only have two. So if you look at the instructions, I think I'm sure someone's correcting me in the in the chat already. If you look at the slotted instructions, I don't know if they give you two just in case, but this is what they give you as far as instructions go. So they say one, and they say glue the tip. That's not going to show my face. There you go.
Oh. Look at that.
So one says put the screw, and one says put the pin on the other side, but they give you two pins. So I'm like, what's the point of that? I
Probably in
guess.
case you lose it.
Yeah, someone like me. So, so I'm experimenting. I just didn't like the way the left wheel was turning. It was very sluggish. So I don't know if it's because it was offset in the front of the the Carrera chassis. But normally you'd put a spacer in there, and that's it. And that's what I'm working on. That's the first step of that car. And I'm testing my car first, and then
It's
once I do that,
just like your camera and it's autofocus.
that's okay. You guys don't need to see me as long as you hear me.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
even the camera doesn't want to see you in the morning. So,
Yeah, we like it that way.
yeah. Bro,
I was
Joe.
impressed that it focused in that close.
Yeah.
There it
Oh, me
goes.
too.
There it goes.
There you go.
And I'm back.
Yeah, there it goes. Technologia. Technologia.
Blurry Joe. You need to watch Rob Swiftslot's early videos on broaching bearings. Perfect. Thank you, Slaughter.
Yeah, look back. There was a bunch of people giving you advice while you were talking about it.
Wet and dry with a toothpick. Cool. Run a bit through with a pin vise. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, the pin vise would be the same as like a reamer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I couldn't really find anything. I mean, I searched on the Google and didn't really come up with anything.
I think Slotcock Corner sells a pack of reamers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is
I'll
like
take-
basically like a file, yeah? Or is it?
It's a file. It's a like a drill bit, a long twisted drill bit that you go in and it opens up the bearing.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
sometimes
got-
when you glue in bearing, like when they glued in new bearings, sometimes your bearings are not aligned properly. Like you're just off. You can
Yeah.
push the reamer through and get it into the other bearing and ream it, and then it's just so the
Then
axle is
everything.
straight.
I mean, if that's the case, I got plenty of brand new drill bits that I could just find the
It's not a drill bit.
332.
It's not a drill bit. It's a reamer.
It's got different teeth.
Bro,
yeah.
bro, I got
Different.
I got diamond teeth, teeth.
Yeah.
Drill
Okay. Like
Yeah. No. Don't do that.
yeah.
File is called a broach. A broach.
There you go. Slot Car Hub said use a drill bit. There you go. You are a drill bit though, but so use a drill bit sparingly.
Drill bit, Joe. A drill bit.
No, that's cool. I get
This
it.
guy.
I feel you. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And that's it, guys. I mean, I'm working on that. I've got the back tires here. Everything is like mixed up, but I got
This guy spent so much on these hop ups. Oh my god.
Oh, look who's
Like
talking.
it's not even the same car anymore.
Yeah, so much hop ups. I don't know.
What are you talking about? The front. I'm changing the front.
Uh-huh.
I'm changing the back axle. I'm going to go to a 29 tooth crown.
Uh-huh.
I might change the motor.
Uh-huh.
Probably not. And I'm going to put in. What am I doing? I'm going to put in float screws. That's it. I mean, there's.
Uh-huh.
Should have just scratch built it.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
like
Probably
just
would have been cheaper.
Change the chassis, and we're all done. You got
Yeah,
Okay, so-
then
okay,
you're
so
good.
that's-
not a bend.
So that was the kicker, right? Because I realized that with the Carrera cars, when you put the float screws in, sometimes they don't actually float nice because of these extra bits of
Yeah, you have to
plastic,
sand
right?
them all down.
What the hell just fell?
You gotta remount the hole on the chassis too, yeah, so it moves.
Well, you gotta sand down the edges because
Yeah,
normally
yeah.
when the Carrera body fits, it's like it
It's
tight
tight, yeah.
fits to the chassis. So
No,
if you
for sure.
float it, what you have to do is all these like certain chassis can't even be float like certain builds can't be have float screws because the actual front of the body sits right on the chassis and it's
Yeah.
got a
Right.
fairing around, so you can't even float that because it's got nowhere to go, right?
Yeah.
So like
But you can raise it though. You can put a spacer on the screw and then.
that's right. So you can do crazy, stupid things like that and go
Well,
nuts.
Big Oak, Big
And
Oak.
the car's got a big wheel well. I hate that. Like, you know what you just did with those gaskets on the front wheel? I could
Yeah.
never do that to a car.
Oh no! As
I
soon as
could.
I saw it, I
I
was.
know it's all about performance, and I understand that, but to me, putting a little rubber gasket on the front wheel of a car is just a no-no. I can't do it. I will never do it. I couldn't deface a car like that. It's not
Yeah,
my.
that's because. So
Can you
for me,
imagine if I took a
when I
slow
put that
motion
car on the
shot,
track,
you just see a little bit of rubber?
but you don't see it. It's perfect. You never
You see it in slow motion, 100%.
slow motion. This
Uh,
guy. Okay, yeah, we all live our life. 750
That's the
frames a
best part
second.
of shooting slot cars for me. It's like slowing them so far down. It's like it's the best. I couldn't do that to a car. I think it's the I don't like slot cars with the little rubber gaskets in the front. I think it takes away from the cars.
But
It's my
that's because
personal pet peeve. That's it. I'm just letting you guys know. So
personally,
so
that
that car
car.
would never be allowed on my track.
So the other car that I
Because
got.
your weight dropping's in a weird way. You're just dropping weight.
Yeah, that's the one thing I forgot to do, which I'm gonna weigh Jen's car because I didn't think to start
Yeah,
off
no
with
wonder
weighing
you're
Jen's
beating
car.
Jen these days. I see. I told you there's some sneaky stuff you're doing on the back end.
The cars are
shenanigans.
my
Yeah,
goodness,
shenanigans,
my
man.
goodness. And then I just saw Nico pop in. Nico, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. And oops,
Wrong side.
Lots of people are agreeing with me. That front little gasket on the front is just like a big no-no. It's like
Yeah, I
yeah,
put them
Clearwater.
I
on
might as
my
well
HO
just
cars.
might as well replace the body with a resin body now. Come on.
No, you guys feeling that
No,
car I
no,
got
no,
from
no, no.
Pierre,
Go away.
and I didn't know that's how the car was. Racing it on the track and being like, "What's up with this car?" Pick it up and realize, "What's up with these tires?"
Yeah,
And
but they're
then
not tires. Don't call them tires. They're
they're
gaskets.
rubber, they're urethane. Guys,
It
look, I'm
doesn't
using
matter.
urethane. I'm using
You know
these
what?
urethane.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, that's like my pet peeve. That car would never be allowed to run on my track, by the way. So that's it.
It would never be allowed to run because
No,
it's too hot, bro. You
no,
can't handle the heat.
it's too hot because you can't drive a regular car. Get out of here! Like,
Oh, you just unclicked it right away.
Oh,
Didn't even
sorry.
let me.
yeah,
We're doing the same thing.
Oh, it's just like nope.
yeah, and you'd
Yeah.
be sent home here from any stop. Yeah, exactly. You're supposed to run a car with proper rubber tires. It's got
Well,
the
yeah, I mean,
rim
it's a
is
scale-
What's
good.
the difference? No, sorry.
It's a
Hold on a
scale
minute. Hold on a
car.
minute.
It's
What
a
is the
scale
difference
car.
between that and then putting zero grips in the front?
At least they're full zero grips. You still got the weight
It
of the full
looks
zero
like
grip.
a car.
You've
You
cut
might as well
weight
just
in
put
the
a
front.
wing on top of
Yeah.
that thing and race a wing car.
You're not building wing cars here, man. Those are wing car strategies, and then even that, like, anyway.
Raul, don't you have a 1 hour thing to talk about? What's going on?
I'll talk about. I'm going to actually.
This
I'll
is it.
release a 1 hour on a rant about gaskets being used on wheels just for you.
Nah, bro. Nah. I think a track in Canada allows them. Yeah, I allow them. I allow them 100%.
I don't. Yeah, hopefully that's what he was referring to because it's probably the only one.
Yeah, no, Pierre doesn't race. I don't know where he got those cars. Some of those cars were not his, Greg. Those cars that we ended up getting, and but I know he's got some
It's a
poly
thing. I've
cars.
seen it in a lot of like high performance cars. They do that, like because you don't really need your front wheels, and then they just run the gaskets because you just need slight touching. But
I
to
did
me,
'em-
it just makes the car look. I don't know, spoils the look of the car. Like that Ferrari is exactly what it's supposed to look like now.
So
I
I
bought
agree.
a kit I bought kits for my HO cars when I was hopping all those up trying to get them to like become more of just a blur around the track and it was like almost immediately because I mean it's the same as a Carrera. Once you take that axle off the front, it's just gone. Like you're pulling those plastic
Yeah.
wheels off the axle, and it's never going back on. And almost immediately it was like, yeah, that looks dumb.
Yeah.
That looks.
I mean, I'm
it
not
just
happy
doesn't
with the look
right.
either, but how often are you picking up a car and looking at it sideways, upside down? I mean,
I don't know. My cars are still like to me.
No,
The
I
car
think
is
when you
still,
look at it from the side, you can tell. Maybe not.
yeah, you can still tell. You can still tell if, especially even with those zero clips, the ones that are super thin. I
yeah.
don't like those either. Like you're just putting enough rubber on the barrel. Like to me, even that looks ugly. Like it's just not the way the car is supposed to look. That's it. So anyway, because I like the aesthetic of the car, I don't really like the
I
yeah.
mean, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to have the writing on the wheel well on
Yeah.
the. I mean that's just. I think everyone prefers that. And I want to go. Slaughter did say that the gaskets will have more grip than zero grips, and absolutely, and that's why the only reason why I'm doing that is for the independent front axles. I did, however, so it's also kind of a costly thing too, right? Because like this car here, the M1s, my M1s, for some reason, both of them. Where's the other one? The front tires just disintegrated. So what do I do now? Do I go out and try to find $10 replacements from Carrera, or a 50-cent pack of gaskets now that actually fit this, and then it's done, right? So it's kind of also a cheap and easy way to fix your front tires if you don't want to put zero grips or fine front tires for your Carrera cars. The size for this one is 3/4 by 9/16 by 3/32, or 13 by 16 by 2 millimeters, and they fit perfectly on here. And so it kind of, for me, it fills two purposes. One, for the independence, so I'm not too worried about that grip because they're gonna unstick themselves. And two, I don't want to spend money on front tires, so it was kind of like
Don't worry, Ripple's coming to your defense. You're
Yeah,
racing the
I
car,
was
looking
surprised
at
to
it.
see that. I don't know if
Yeah,
you're going to be
I
allowed to
don't.
do
I
it
I still
moderator
say,
anymore.
car's a car.
oh, it's
Next
gonna be,
time, you
you guys
replace
get
your Subaru front wheel, put a bicycle wheel on it.
oh my, I did
Yeah.
already,
Yeah.
guy.
Okay. Yeah. Those little like the flat, where you get a flat tire, they give you those donuts. Put the
Yeah.
two donuts on the front of your Subaru because it's better for snow. Go for it. Yeah. See how you like it.
See how you like it,
Yeah. See how you like it.
but you're not wrong. It is better for snow. All
Yeah,
rally
it
cars
is
have the
better for
same.
slow. If you go rallying,
Yeah.
they put super thin tires. But like, you want to drive that way, go ahead.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
OCD, it's a
Yeah.
battle. Yeah, it clearly is.
Anyway, let's move away from the gasket speak. But
Yeah.
it's
Sorry.
almost as
Back
polarizing as
memories.
Mags and no Mags. So no.
Oh, don't let's not start that. Let's not start that.
No, I think it's a much smaller group that likes the gaskets.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! 2 weeks time, he'll be saying he painted the outside of the rims black. Yeah. No, the only thing I kind of regret, not regret, but I think I might have made a bit of a gaffe, is in ordering the staff's wheels, which are fantastic, but then realizing the hard way that Carrera wheels, the reason why slot invasion wheels work better is because they're 17 inch instead of 18. They're 18 inches instead of 17, and the staff's wheels, the biggest I can get
18
them.
inch. That's what I got on my real truck.
No, where's my?
Well, Carrera has bigger diameter rims.
Yeah,
It's
they're
hard
way.
to find Carrera.
They're not
replacements.
18 inch though, right?
They
Well,
are. I think
this is a
They're
16.9, so
18 millimeter. Like
millimeter. Sorry, guys. I'm in Canada.
inches.
The conversion is wrong.
No
right?
wonder he always thinks things look bigger than they are.
And that's how I got Jen to marry me.
The conversion rate. It's all about the conversion rate.
18 millimeters to inches, bro.
Oh man,
Sorry,
that
guys.
got me deep down.
Yeah, so I got Jen the pink ones for the blue because I thought the baby blue and the pink were gonna look really nice. But then with the red, I'm thinking maybe the baby blues would have been nicer. But
Only
whatever,
you
we'll
like
see.
Only you would come up with weird color combinations.
Talk about
Anyway,
weird color combinations, baby blue pink.
Harry's back and he's throwing flames today. I love it because the only cards you look at closely are Jen's while he's trying to figure out how she's beating you.
Okay, all right.
And
I'm
he's
done.
back. We missed you, Harry. We missed you, buddy.
mic drop. uh,
Okay.
only Joe. Only Joe.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
All right. So
I'm
that's the enough of Joe's desk. Let's move on to Pete.
Come on.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a real quick. Hey.
No, I can't do anything without you guys busting chops. It's all good. It's all good.
It's because I don't know where you come up with this stuff. It's like, oh, I need to do so much to this car to make it run well on my track.
No. Hold on. Hold the phone.
What?
I'm not doing this. This is
Mm.
an accumulation of things that I've started to pick up from people, upgrading their cars, hopping up, whatever you want to call it. And I said, you know what? I want to take one Carrera car and just put in what I think would benefit the car and see
If I was
get the smoothability out of it. I'm not doing this for speed. I'm doing this
smoothability,
for the smoothability, honestly. And because driving these analog cars,
but bro,
and
why
the
won't you
NSRs
just start from a proper new chassis?
no,
If you
because
really
I
wanted
want
to
to
hop
see
up,
how smooth you can get a Carrera car. That's my point. I wanted to see and test myself and see, like, well, if I buy all these pieces, and
I mean, you're
Harry
just
Wise,
rebuilding a car.
Harry Wise from Home Racing World has a great series on this, and it was George who got me onto it. And I'm like, and he's like, and I told him like, I want to do this and I want to do that to chassis. I want to 3D print the chassis. And George is like, why? He goes, those chassis are good enough. He goes, trust me. He goes, you just need a little bit of work on there. He goes, watch this series and then get back to me. And that's what I've done. And I'm like, okay.
I don't think the chassis is good enough because here's my thing about
Carrera
Carrera
chassis
chassis,
are
right?
less than great, but
Yeah, because if you strip it all the way down, first of all, you can't flatten that chassis properly. And that's the first thing you would do. If you really wanted to hop up a car properly, you start from the base, which is the chassis. You just strip it apart, put it down, and see how flat it is. And most likely, Carrera
can't,
chassis are
bro.
not completely flat. And they have all the little arrow underneath it that doesn't make it flat anyway. So you're already starting at a disadvantage. So if the chassis is skewed in any slight form, everything that you put on top of it is skewed. So that still brings your car back up to subpar. So if you really wanted to start a really good build on a Carrera chassis, I would start with a flat chassis. I would get a proper flat printed chassis and then start from there. And then hop it up from there. And then you get a really smooth running Carrera car. But it's not a Carrera car anymore, so you couldn't call it that.
No, it's still a Carrera car if you're just popping in and out.
No, you're just putting the body on top of something that's hopped up.
No,
That's
yeah,
not
sorry.
Carrera
So
car.
in my definition, and Pete and I were having this conversation, at what point is a Carrera car not a Carrera car? So another one of my goals is to see how far I can push
The
replacing
moment
parts.
you replaced any part on it, it's not a Carrera car anymore. Simple as that.
Okay.
Right? It's a modified car. It's like when you go to racing, if you go to a track and you go racing, if the car has come off the showroom floor and you've upgraded it, it's no longer called box stock. Right? That's why we have box stock category, and then we have
so hold on.
super
So there's-
sport.
Well,
Then you have
that was our conversation, is classifying something as box stock, modified, or like what we say is just like
Open,
crazy out there.
and then we have unlimited, right? So it's box stock, modified, unlimited, right?
Yeah.
And those are the three
and-
categories of CSCS anyway. Canadian Sport
exactly.
Common Series.
So my two criteria is that it has to have at least the body, and it has to have the chassis, and then there is a different bit of a combination, because at one point you can upgrade the motor, but people are saying as soon as you upgrade the motor, it's no longer a Carrera car, which is true if you're going to keep it within the Carrera world. So that's why I said I'm not sure if I'm going to upgrade the motor. I just want to see if motor.
I think what I said was that when you change the chassis, then it's no longer, if it's like an
and I agree
aftermarket
with that.
chassis or a 3D printed chassis, then like
it's no longer.
That is definitely no longer a Carrera car. If you swap out a motor that just pops in and you aren't like adding a pod or anything, then I think it's just a crazy hopped up modified Carrera car. But I don't go that far.
Yeah, but
I am interested to see in your results and what you get out of that thing, and
I'm going for drivability. I'm going for the smoothness of the cars, because some of these cars, analog cars that I've picked up and seen. Okay, guys are actually doing this. The car is just, I don't understand. It's just like it's like butter going all around the track, and then you get a Carrera car and you're like, this thing's a hot mess with no mags. You're just like, what the hell is going on? So I'm just trying to bring that level up to see how much money you got to spend, and is it worth it, and what do you need to do to that car to actually get more enjoyment out of it, and if it's worth it, just the way Sladar did with those poly cars, those the
The
Subaru.
Legends or the
No, not the
Polycar?
Legends. The poly car, or is it the Subaru? The Maseratis, those the not cheap in quality, cheap in price, entry level poly cars. And then he even said it, like, is it worth
Oh,
it? Are
yeah.
you going to spend another 50 pounds on that for a 50-pound car or 40-pound car to get it up to speed? At that point, the price you paid, why don't you just buy a out of the box, like slotted or something, or a Revo? Anyways, the WRX, yeah, thank you, Slacker Hub.
That'll
That's
be
it.
interesting. We'll see. I think
Yeah,
it's a lot of
I'd
work.
like to see the results as usual. I'm glad you're Joe I, the science guy, and we'll spend the money to figure that out because I will not.
Yeah. It'd be funny. You do all that and then come here, then Massimo beats you with a car. Oh my god! I just laugh. I just laugh. I'll be like, oh
I can
god.
never. I would
Oh
always.
god.
I would never let Massimo, not get beat.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
By the way, happy belated birthday to Massimo this week.
Absolutely. I will compare the lap times. Unfortunately, I already took apart the car, so I'm gonna do all the comparison, all the out of box stock with this one first, weight and times, and then I'll compare it to this car. I know it's not the best comparison, but it is what it is. Happy belated birthday to Massimo. Absolutely, it was
And that guy's
Massimo
a
Day.
silent assassin. That MPA's at 18,000 subscribers. Look at that guy go. Really proud of him. We don't really talk about him much, but he's silently doing what a lot
He
of us
does.
would like to do in the hobby, and he's just doing it silently. I
He
love that
just does
guy.
his thing. Yeah, just does his thing.
Yeah.
Fair
So,
enough. I'll put it back.
That is a good thought there, Dave. Like, that
Yeah.
is a good. I don't know if I agree with it, but that is an interesting thing. If it can't go back to the way it came out of the box, then is it really that car anymore? That's a fair
yep.
thing.
Yeah, well, I can't snap it all back in together. That's why it has to be snap in, snap out. That's what I love about Carrera. It's just plug and play. And
that is true. I guess I didn't think about that because that axle will pop out and your old axle can pop right back in. I didn't think about that.
yeah,
That's true.
it's when you start modifying the chassis and stuff. Like, that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to take a Dremel to the chassis, because I thought about that. And I'm like, wait a minute, how far am I going? I will have to cut out the space for the gearing. That's inevitable. But other than that, I was like, oh, for the float, and I'm like, I don't want to take a Dremel to this thing. That's modifying it completely. And I'm like, I don't know if that's how far I want to go. I don't know if
Andy
that's.
and Ruben in the house. What's
How
up?
you doing? Thanks, man. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Anyway, enough of you. Let's go.
Yeah, enough of me. Enough of me.
You had enough screen time.
Let's get to some real slot car stuff. Let's go. Pete, what do you got on your desk, buddy? I'm so excited for this.
So this has been on the back of my mind for a long time. You guys probably know I love working on Arduino stuff. And so when I was racing at my brother's house last weekend, it kind of came to the point where I was like, all right, I got to just do this thing. But when you race with Smart Race, or probably with any system, like having call buttons around the track is super helpful. And with Smart Race, you get that connect screen that you can turn that into a call button, and it works like 60% of the time, I would say. Like, a lot of times you wind up just jamming on that thing, or then the person doing the race director from the main tablet or whatever is like trying to stop the race, and then it gets started again, and there's jump starts, and that was happening to us all night last Saturday. And so I was finally like, all right, I've been talking about doing this thing. Let's buckle down and do it. And so I built a system with an Arduino that uses a relay to trigger the start stop button on the control unit. And then you basically have buttons, call buttons, to press them. So I think, can you switch the screen?
Yes, sir.
So I can go over there and show it. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna turn my monitor so I can see comments or whatever. But basically, this is, I mean, obviously it's a prototype, so it's all still on my breadboard. But there's a little Arduino. Most of these buttons have been replaced. But then the relay is the big trick. The other thing that I haven't done this until now is that you gotta take apart the control unit and solder wires to the button to where the start stop button is. And I think well, it's probably like 6 or 8 months ago that I definitely for sure got past the warranty time frame on my control unit. So I was like, oh, there's nothing holding me back. Let's just do it. So I popped that off. There's a lot of videos out there about where to solder to that button so that you can do the call buttons. And the main thing that I was trying to accomplish, because obviously you can just put a switch right on that wire between those two, or a button. You press that button and it triggers a start stop button. And that works, except if you have like 4, 5, 6 of them around the table. If one person hits it and then the other person doesn't realize it's been hit and they hit it, then the race, like, it will stop and then it will start the countdown again. And so that's the main problem I was trying to sort of avoid. And so that's where the Arduino comes in. And so basically I just real quick built a driver station down here. Let's see if I can get that a little more in. Maybe there.
Yeah, we see it.
So, and this is just one of my little tablets that does the connect. And normally you would press that to do the stop button. But like I said, anybody who's used that at any sort of capacity realizes that it doesn't always work. And so as the race is going, you can see the control units on. I don't know if you can see that light or not, but there's one on. So the track is live. The race is going green. And so basically what happens is you press this button and it does the call button. And so there's a light here. It's green when it's racing. It's flashing yellow as we're like stopped. You can see it went red flag. The track is turned off. And then the big thing is that now this does nothing. So that's what the Arduino is doing, is that it's basically shutting this button off. So I can press it a million times and nothing's going to happen. So if there's 6 of them around the track for all the 6 racers, they press that, and once it's pressed once, it does nothing until, and I still got to work on building the drivers or a race director station. But there's a button here that will now trigger the start button again to start it. And so like whoever's the race director would say, yeah, okay, we're good to go. All cars are back on the track. They press that one and it starts the countdown again.
2, 1, go.
You'll see, yep, I forgot to talk about that. But this light here is giving you the indication on where we are too. And so you stop it. It's flashing yellow so that everybody knows when they look down, they're not pressing that button. And then when they restart it, it goes red to know that it's counting down, and that light gets slowly dimmer. And then when it's go time, it flashes green, and you know it's green, good to go.
Oh, that's wicked, dude. That's a nice touch.
So that's 3D printed, and it's basically just a holder, and then I put this on there too so that the controller can fit with it. Eventually, this should actually be number 1, but I have different colored buttons somewhere around here for each of the driver stations. And then on the race control, race director, whatever box that I'm building, I'm going to do that pace car button, the code button. I'm basically going to make all of those buttons that are on the control unit available on a driver station, so I can put that whole control unit underneath the table out of sight, so it's a little bit cleaner for when I get to the scenery part of it.
Right on, dude.
It is. It's very satisfying so fast, but it's also a little nerve-wracking. And I've done it plenty of times on all my switches, but those are obviously much less expensive than a control unit. So it was always like, well, if I screw it up, oh well. But on that control unit, I was like, well, at this stage, I've jammed enough wires in there. I've modified it enough that if I screw it up,
nothing like it's always good to test on a breadboard first. We've got some. Everyone's saying, I don't know if can you read the chat, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me know if I missed something.
No. I just everyone's saying it's really cool. Everyone's really impressed with your work, and then Slot R.
The light flash. So it's a little tricky because it's independent, and so and I've noticed sometimes it gets out of sync. So it's only sending information. It's not even information. It's just a relay that's closing that button, pretending that that button is pressed. And so there's no information coming from the control unit or Smart Race to the Arduino. It's only going from the Arduino to the control unit. So sometimes it gets out of sync. I'll have a button somewhere here that just switches just in case you get out of sync. But there's no real way. And eventually I can probably hook up on the driver's station when I hit that safety car that it can do different things with the lights. Initially, and probably eventually, these lights I will have. So like on my HO track, I had lights around the track that were kind of like, in a real racetrack that have those lights that, flash blue or flash yellow when there's a full course yellow or that sort of thing. Eventually I'll do that, but I really wanted to make sure that right off the bat, I had these on the driver's station. So yeah, there's a lot of different things you can do with that. In fact, like this cycle of the lights, I've changed it. I started this project, I don't know, 2 days ago, day before yesterday. And so I've already changed that light combo and how it works like 4 or 5 different times because I had different ideas of where I wanted it to go. But absolutely, eventually, and a lot of this stemmed from, I don't know if any of you guys watch Ride Out Raceway. It's Rick something. I can't remember his full name, but he did some cool videos about his call buttons, and then he's got a cool system with his what is it? Why is my brain hurting? Where he shuts off the pit lane when the safety car's out, because he runs all of his races with the safety car, and somehow he does a much better job than I've ever been able to use that dang safety car. And so it's just really well done. And so I've been trying to figure out, down the road, I'll probably add that to, because on this Arduino, I've got probably, 10 more pins available, and it's a Nano. So that's the small Arduino. And so there's lots of different things I can do with that. But like right now, I don't have a safety car pit lane. But when I watched that Ride Out Raceway where he like shut off the pit, so you can't enter the pit when the safety car's out, and he had the code, like basically he's like got 10 relays underneath, and it does all kinds of different things that, because the other problem he fixes is like the pit, the safety car in the pit when you're running creeps forward a little bit, and then eventually it just gets itself out on the track and takes off. And he shuts off that little bit of the safety pit so that nobody can go in there on accident and crash into them, but then also it doesn't creep out. So like there's a lot of cool things, and now it's got my brain flowing like, where can I fit in a safety car pit lane on this track? And right now the answer is nowhere, but we'll see. There's always something that can be done.
Dude, that's some really good work. That's some really good work.
Yeah, that's the
nerd.
That's how it is now. I'm working on designing a little box to house it all. And the easy thing is the good thing about it is that if you can solder and make some connections, it's pretty straightforward. So it's not something that like, if you have any kind of skill with soldering, you can build this thing. And so eventually I'll do a video and show you how to do it. But yeah, we'll just go through that cycle one more time. So there's a call button.
Let me bring everyone up to speed. Let me get you. Go for it, bro.
So that's race stopped. This would be the race director eventually. They restart the race. It counts down. That light dims until it blinks, and then it knows you're good to go. But it sort of eliminates that problem with Smart Race and that call button. And then there will be 6 of these, one for each driver, around the table. And these have, it's a rat's nest, but screw holes. You probably can't see it. Yeah, there you can. Screw holes on the back, so they'll eventually mount to the side of the table. But yeah, there's a rat.
Are those pre-built to your? Like, do you have 6 or 4 of those tablets?
Yeah, I have 4 right now. I'm gonna go get 2 more.
Okay, so that's custom.
My
That's
wife's on the way to volleyball right now, so I know she's not listening. So, yeah, I'm going to buy 2 more.
Oh my God.
She's not upstairs listening, so yeah, I'm going to buy 2 more so I can have 6. I was doing 4 of those because they're just like Walmart $40, on ONN brand whatever
Yeah.
tablets. So that's probably also why the button doesn't always work perfectly on them. But even when I use my phone, which is, it's less than 2 years old, it's like a Pixel 9 or something. It it still is a little finicky sometimes.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that the other day, and I was having that same issue on Monday. Sometimes Jen has the issue with her Smart Race Connect, and this past Monday, I was having that issue on my tablet, and I'm like, I've never had an issue when I'm controlling the race and pressing start stop. I'm like, why is there a delay on my end? This never happens, and it's just interference with the Bluetooth, right? With the with the Connect. So it just happens. So if you can figure out a way to hardwire everything, hardwire is always, I would love to have a button that because now with the Smart Race, when you press stop and that penalty comes up, just because we race with penalties, that automatic menu automatically pops up. That's great, and
Yeah,
that's what got me thinking. Like I might want to just have a physical stop button, and that way you're
Well, and
not
the cool thing was is that it started. Well, I mean, I had physical call buttons on the HO track, and obviously I was up in Milwaukee last weekend, and while we didn't race on my dad's track, I did go down there and look at it and drool over it again, and I was like, yeah, that's like my favorite thing is the fuel lights and that stop button, is just a huge plus because you're right, like it's just having that physical button because otherwise what happens is people just jam on that tablet
Yeah.
and don't know if it's working and don't know if it's triggering it, and then like I said, my brother was using his iPad as the main like race, running Smart Race, and when he would try to stop it for us, or like Maurice didn't have a tablet or a phone in front of him, so he couldn't stop it, and then Gerard's trying to stop it, and it like he stops it, but then it like he's still tapping it, so then it starts it up again, and
Yeah.
then there's a false start, and then there's
It kind of like it lowers the quality of the game, right? Of that race. You're just like, oh, and you're like, stop, a call, a track call,
Yeah.
whatever, off or whatever, and either and it sucks at that point. You're like, oh, we're having such a great time, and think that things should be already smooth, right? But it happens. It happens.
And I've
I want to
seen
say,
plenty of guys do the videos about the physical buttons, and then that's great. But then anybody can start the race too,
yeah,
which is fine. But then it's accidentally like could start it just like on the Smart Race thing, and so I, on my whatever 6-hour drive home from from last weekend, my brain starts going, and I'm like, the Arduino can just shut off those buttons until the other button is pressed and the whole system resets. So, yeah.
I just want to say a quick hello to HSF. Yeah, he just popped into the live. Thank you for being here, buddy. Welcome. And Marty has popped into the chat. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining.
Yeah, Marty.
We're just going over what great, crazy inventions Pete's coming up with right now. Very crazy and useful inventions. So,
and it's one of those things like, when I built the garage, that was very like, you have to have these 3D printed parts and you have to have these exact parts or it won't work together. This is like, you can find any button that will work. You can find any Arduino and take this Arduino sketch that I'll eventually share out when I got it taken care of, that you can build it at home, and it's super easy. Like I said, and a lot of even switches, you don't need to actually even know how to solder. You can get crimp ones and all kinds of different stuff. So it's definitely something that could be replicated when I get a little more dialed.
mm-hmm. No, it's awesome. And I mean, Slaughter brings up a good point, because another one of my buddies, and I think Raul and I have had this conversation about getting an independent network in the basement and dealing with it. But the thing is, I think it has to do with Bluetooth. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Bluetooth goes over the network. It's just a connection between the Smart Race app and the CU unit. And you and I were talking about that. I don't know if there's a way to physically make a physical contact, so that way there's no wireless. Because I think that's what the interruption is. Something is interrupting that Bluetooth signal. Well, but no, Smart Race Connect is going over the the network.
That's where you get the problem. Is that the Smart Race Connect is going through Wi-Fi to your to your tablet. Which another thing. So my tablet is a Chromebook. It's got the detachable keyboard or whatever. And I don't remember who it was, but somebody was having trouble with it on the Smart Race website or Discord.
Discord, yeah.
If they're here, they see this, reach out to me. I figured out how to get it to work. It's not super easy, but it works. And I can connect the Connect app to the Chromebook because the Chromebook uses some weird IP address that Smart Race Connect does not like. And so you have to trick it.
I like filthy little dots.
Arduinos can't even open Arduinos.
Yeah.
It's much easier than you think, but yeah, I get it. It's a rabbit hole. It's another hobby within the hobby.
You have to wrap around your head, right?
I don't have it with me. And I had bought a copy, and I gave it to Sean and a friend of ours with a kid. It's, if you guys are interested in Arduino stuff and you want to learn really quickly and learn the basics really fast for less than $100, it's called 30 Days Lost in Space. I forget. I think it's 30 Days Lost in Space.io. I forget the website. I picked one up. This was like, during the when we were all at home in the 2021 era. Liam, thank you. And it's a little kit that you buy, and it comes with an Arduino, and for the price, it's really good. Arduino, LED lights, a keypad, a digital display, and it basically takes you through this 30 Days Lost in Space, where you're apparently you're lost in space and you got to do basic stuff. You got to get the power up. So it teaches you how to light up an LED. Then it teaches you how to make a code on the LED to make it blink or fade and in and out. And then it gives you a challenge, and there's a community around it, and everyone asks each other questions, and they're sharing their Arduino code. And Peter's right. It's actually not that hard, because all you need is a laptop or a computer that you can install. I want to say Etcher, but it's not Etcher. What's it called?
Sketch. It's a Sketch.
And that's just your code. And they give you all the code anyways. You don't have to learn how to write the code. The code is there, guys. So when you need a code to be like, how do I make this light blink? The code is there. You just copy paste it. You hit run, and things are very simple. So I'm not sponsored by these guys, but I found it was a great way to actually start understanding. It comes with a breadboard, so you can do projects on your own or follow. It's called 30 Days Lost in Space. If anyone's interested in that,
I'm going to ask you, Joe, just because I have to. How many of those days or lessons did you get through on that thing?
I want to say 6, but I think I got to 4.
So my advice is to just spend $15 on an Arduino board, a couple switches, and a couple LEDs for $15 on Amazon. You can buy the different little parts, and just I use ChatGPT.
There's that.
Completely transparent is I have a much better understanding of how it works, because I did the stuff on the HO. I've done the stuff with the garage. I've done some other stuff that I've worked on. But if you have a breadboard, some jumpers, some LEDs, and some buttons, you can do some pretty wild stuff with it. And then you can honestly, I know what to ask ChatGPT now, because I know what I want these things to do. I can hook it up and say here's what everything is plugged into, and here's what I want it to do, and it spits out the code. But you could even go as simple as I have 4 buttons and 3 lights, and this is what I want it to do. Where do I plug this shit into? This stuff into? And it literally says plug this one into here, put the other lead to the ground, and blah blah blah. Boom, done. Here's your code, and you just copy paste into the thing, import it, and it's.
Yeah, I don't even know if ChatGPT was a thing. Someone like me who needs to be I need to be told and shown dummy, this is where you connect a resistor, this is where you connect this, and this is and then press this, press that, okay. And then once I get repetition, then I'm then it's quick. And trust me, I put on the Discord, I tried to build a I don't know how you do it, and maybe my prompts are wrong. I tried to use ChatGPT because we had Nico's he shared with us a great spreadsheet about gear ratios. And I'm I'd really like a visual representation of like gear ratios and pinion gears to see where they place. So if I need a pinion gear of 932 or blah, 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 whatever you want to do it, I would like to see where on the scale does it go top speed to acceleration to torque or braking. And I'd like to see where those gear ratios would roughly bring me. And I punched into ChatGPT and everything was going great. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. It'd be really nice if you could punch in those values yourself.
Yeah, ChatGPT.
And I go, please do that. And then the whole thing went like haywire. And I'm like, no, I just spent 4 hours on this. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You have to be careful.
flip
You have
the
to be
table.
very careful.
Like,
I think that one you use something called Lovable. Lovable
Yeah.
build you a full interface, and you can actually do that through Lovable.
That's what I use for
Yeah.
our other project, and it's incredible.
Yeah, Lovable is builds you a full app. So you can take your whole chart, put it into Lovable, and say, okay, this is my base parameters. This is the inputs. Can you build me an interface where I can enter my own gear ratio in that, and you can give me a breakdown. It will actually
ChatGPT does
build
that.
that.
I don't have to go to.
No, but Lovable actually builds the app, so it will actually give you a web page for it and everything.
I don't want an app. I just want a link where people can go. And I left it on the Discord. And if someone,
That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is. I don't know.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Doofus.
anyways, there's a link on the Discord under the
Oh my God.
Scratch build. If
You know
anybody
what?
wants to mess with
Sometimes
it, I got it at a basic level. I'm
that's
not
why
happy-
you're running those little gaskets on your front wheels. That's
Yeah. Okay.
not working with a full deck here.
But yeah, anyway.
Ding ding ding.
Arduinos, yeah.
Well,
They're
we had one of
they're
those
not
in a
as
while.
complicated as you think. It's not like building a computer or like building a computer from scratch. It's not soldering a bunch of weird things onto a PCB board. You can do that, but you certainly do not need to. It's much easier, and you can build some.
Patience
wild
was.
stuff.
Right. Anyway.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that's what I've been
Um,
working on. And some scenery. I did some scenery too, but I showed a lot of that.
Wow. And just like that, it's an hour. Just three of us
just
talking.
just like that. Sorry, I love a little Ellie Goulding in the morning. Before we go, I think as we're going to wrap it up, unless Raul or Pete, you want to mention anything? I want to mention, Pete, I like your hat.
Yeah,
That wasn't planned today. We both are wearing some merchandise from, again,
get the light
Stockcar.
pointed
Go
on.
check out his YouTube from Stockcar Dude. Really good stuff. And now he's making them in embroidered, which is going to be nice. Why do I keep forgetting which side this is on? And yeah, so go check him out if you want some merchandise from him. And
Super fast shipping, affordable prices.
yeah, I mean
It's red. Yeah,
these.
and it's really nice quality. I like it.
Yeah. Is there anything else, Raul?
No.
No.
No,
You good? No events coming up. How's the mini grids going for the summer
We don't have any more mini grid stuff at the moment.
at the moment? Okay.
You know.
Because your last one was what? It was Amex. You did American
Yeah.
Express.
I did American Express.
Oh,
Montreal GP.
whoa,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's big stuff, dude. That's awesome.
That's very cool. We've got a new weekly chat on the Discord. I want to throw that out for Clearwater's spearheading that, and Mike from Big Oak. What's Wednesday nights? I'm really bad at time zones.
Yeah, it's Wednesdays. It's Wednesdays.
I don't remember. It's either 7 or 8. I think it depends on what time zone you're in. But yeah, I see a bunch of people were in there the last 2 weeks. I think it was this the third one, second or third one, and there was a bunch of people in there. Wednesday nights are not good for me, so I couldn't hop in there. But yeah, some good chat about. They're doing a little bit of scenery, but mostly scratch build, like asking questions, showing off. There it is. Every other 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, man.
Every
So it's in
other.
the Discord, but I think Clearwater and Mike are gonna go. They might do a live,
show.
which
Yeah.
would be nice. Yeah, and then so we can all we can all benefit from that, and then for sure because Mike's got that new track like right behind his house. Mike from Big Oak.
Yeah, like in his neighborhood.
It's like okay, well, Lost another one to a wood track. I mean,
Yeah.
Marty says he's hiking, so it's all good, brother. Get that exercise in. It's all great. Be outdoors while the weather is still good, because we've got here up north. We got to enjoy it as long as we can. So for sure, we totally get that. Yeah. So Clearwater on the Wednesdays. Yeah, you guys. I mean, I pop into that Discord, guys. Thank you so much. I mean, the community there, and I'm like behind in the conversations.
Yeah.
So behind in what
That's
people
fun.
are up to, and I was not expecting this much chat, and especially in the summertime. And
It's blowing up lately too. Somebody must be talking about us other than just us.
Yeah,
because there's a bunch of people that have joined in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
we are
really
on the
good to
cusp
see.
of 200 members, dude. Did you ever think
Yeah.
when we started that, 200 members? Like,
Yeah, no, that's fun and very active, fun, chatty guys. Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
a lot of good conversation going on there. So
exactly,
and remember, it's free.
it's totally
There's a link
free.
in the description.
Yeah,
Yeah, come chat our ear off. Come ask us questions. Come hang out.
absolutely.
Because we're in the voice chat periodically during the evenings, just shooting the bull. Half the time not talking about slot cars, but most of the time talking about slot cars. But it's fun, super casual.
I'm in front of my slot car, so technically I'm talking to you from my slot car, so it's all good.
I'm within reach of my track, so that counts.
All right, I think next week what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna the next 2 Saturdays, because we do this every bi-weekly. So guys, for those of you who are new to the channel or watching, we'll be on not next Saturday but the Saturday after. I'm gonna talk about a bit of Dynamat for soundproofing your slot cars. So stay tuned for that. And like always, I think that was a good show.
He's been waiting all morning to do that.
I have my sheet right there. I just wait for
He's
it.
like ready to go.
Now I'm gonna do my Walter Cronkite and just be like, all right, guys, catch you in the next one.
Stay safe out there.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I saw when I came down. I'm like,
Remember
yeah,
to
my papers.
spay and neuter your pets.
All right, guys. Thanks,
right.
Clearwater. Everyone's saying the slot yard is worth the visit. Thank you so much, guys. Have yourselves a great weekend.
Yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy
defend
this weather.
yourself.
I know everybody in the world's in a shoulder season, so it's a good season.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Thanks so much. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.